Good evening, hello and welcome to our special show, Info Corona, where we look at hard information cut through the clutter to bring you the big picture. Today we are going to focus on an issue that often doesn't get enough of comment when it comes to Corona. Soon after the World Health Organization declared coronavirus a pandemic, various state governments announced a temporary closure of schools. Delhi was the second state after Kerala to announce a school closure, and then every state did the same. Now, with the country under a lockdown to stop the spread of coronavirus, students, schools, coaching institutions have had to think of new ways to keep the learning process going. We're going to look today at special reports that look at how coronavirus is changing the life of the young. We start with a report from Vasant Valley School in the national capital, one of the first schools to go online for its students.
By early March, schools were being ordered to shut down across the country. And so too this building, usually teeming with students, began to sport an empty look. But inside the classrooms, the teachers were still at work.
The first thing we need to do is to remove the proportionality sign and become an equation.
Even before the lockdown came into place, this was the new way of school life in the times of Corona.
Can someone else tell me how do we convert this?
The Vasant Valley School in Delhi was one of the first in the country to start organizing virtual classes for students of class 6 and above.
Because of COVID-19, when school closures were again announced, and we know that it is going to be on for some time, we knew that we had to do something to help our children continue learning. What we did was, we did only 2 classes for the first 2-3 days as a trial to see whether we would be able to do it or not. And then we've had 5 classes for them back to back. So from 9 o'clock to almost 2 o'clock, our children are attending classes. There are challenges, but we are, by and large, we are doing well with those online classes.
To enable online classes, the school began using a cloud-based video calling app.
There are times when I have to organize a separate lesson for, let's say, just one child, where I feel that a particular skill needs to be built. So that session might not be 40, but let's say 15 or 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Again, depending on the time that the child can spend, or even I can spend, keeping in consideration that both sides are not too exhausted, because it can be very challenging to just sit in front of the laptop and to face online sessions.
We never thought that there will be a day when we will have to take virtual classes, but slowly and gradually now we are getting used to it, and even children are enjoying.
We will multiply the denominator of one side to the new.
While several schools are now following this model to ensure that the exact school experience is replicated, life has not really been the same for anyone anymore.
I miss the interaction on a face-to-face, the energy which comes in having 25-30 children in your class. I miss that energy because, you laugh at a common joke or something like that. That is not there. But I really hope, for the sake of our country, our children, our future, that the virus is controlled and we are back to our regular teaching.
But I do miss my children a lot. The physical presence is absolutely something else, and I hope that they return to school very, very soon.
Ever since the lockdown came into force, even the teachers and school administration had to change tack. And now, schooling for everyone has shifted to the virtual zone. The building stands empty, waiting for the young to return when things get better.
More and more schools, therefore, are learning the art of going online. Now, in homes across India, children and young adults are housebound under lockdown. They're facing up to new realities, that of unprecedented difficulties, unpredictable timelines, and an uncertain future. It's something that students and the young in Kashmir in particular have learned to live with for a very long time.
We eat fleshy storage.
For most children across India, the word lockdown entered their daily vocabulary quite recently.
herbivores, animals that eat only.
But for 11-year-old Bareen Manzoor, lockdowns aren't a new phenomenon.
Today we have a lockdown in Kashmir. Before six months that was a lockdown, but that was for another reason, and today it's for another reason. Today it's for a disease known as COVID-19 or coronavirus.
ये उससे पहले भी root stems जो थे ये भी parts of plants हैं जो हम खाते हैं.
The valley had already been under lockdown for months with educational institutes shut, and when they reopened in March, the pandemic forced it shut within a week.
तब से हम इसी कमरे में हैं और जब खाना या कुछ खाना होता है या टीवी देखना होता है तो हम सिर्फ किचन में जाते हैं, उसके बाद यहाँ आते हैं तो पढ़ाई या पेंटिंग होती है तो उसके बाद सोते हैं, फिर वापस ऐसी रूटीन चलता रहता है हमारा.
In a different part of the country, another young adult is spending her days in anxious worry. Archie in Patna was all set to step into class 12.
मैं क्लास 11 की स्टूडेंट हूँ. मेरा अभी तक रिजल्ट भी नहीं आया है. फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर हमारे बोर्ड्स भी हैं, फिर सिलेबस भी कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाएगा, स्टडीज़ भी बहुत हैम्पर होंगे, तो ये सब प्रॉब्लम है.
In Bengaluru, the uncertainty over when schools will reopen has forced Ishita to look for different avenues of instruction on the internet. Ishita, like many students across the country, turned to proper educational learning apps to understand concepts that teachers in school might have taught.
So due to this lockdown, I've not been able to play with my friends, and I'm supposed to stay home all day. So I wanted to make sure that I utilize this time by learning something new, which is made possible by Byju's. I spend at least 1 or 2 hours learning new concepts from different subjects.
The uncertainty induced by the COVID-19 pandemic has left a trail of distressed school students across the country. And with normalization after the pandemic expected to be months away, parents and educators fear the loss of entire sessions of the school year.
So with schools shut and coronavirus fears playing out, children are confined at home at a time when they should be out in class or playing in parks across the country. But trust the young to find unique ways to beat the virus blues. Many of them are using this as an opportunity to engage in creative pursuits. Passing time, having fun goes side by side for little ones.
Which color is this? Very nice.
Dhyansh enjoys singing with his dad. Samar loves dancing to the latest beats. Little Pravanya even whips up the lather to help dad shave. They can entertain, make you laugh and even tire you out. But crucially make you realize that the lockdown can also mean precious time spent with your loved ones. Amira's Dadi is forced to shake a leg while wearing shades, trying desperately to match the steps despite age catching up. Adya has made her dad compete with her for a relay race. Many like Saikra switch roles of a cleaner teacher with equal aplomb, teaching the parents the secret of happiness. Many like intelligent Yashvi can teach you a thing or two on merits of staying home. Little Gatha never forgets to sanitize her teddy bear as well to keep infections at bay.
कौन सा infection हो रहा है उसको? कनोरा virus? भाग्य?
The dads are used as punching bags and uncles as friends. Amid all the gloom and doom of the COVID-19, These little bundles of energy will make you realize why winning this war at your home on the outbreak is as much important.
Loudly, Nandu.
Yeah, I'm a strong boy.
And I
have muscle. And you also stay healthy.
Okay, you also stay healthy. With these bright minds, there's never a dull moment. For family and friends, it's return to innocence. And the best thing is that they convey the most meaningful messages in the most simplest of ways. This is Mosmi Singh in Noida for India Today.
We're now joined by a special guest as we continue our focus on this show on the young and corona. Dr. Shelja Sen, child psychologist and writer, joins me. Ma'am, thank you very much for joining us to share your insights, your sense for the young who should be out in parks playing or in school to be at home. How difficult is it? What is it that parents need to do to handle their young kids at a time like this?
Right. Rajdeep, one thing we have to understand that, this pandemic is going to come in waves. So the initial stage, what we are seeing is I guess it's the 18th, 19th day. But initially what we observed was that most families and most children were coming and telling us that actually they were enjoying it. They were enjoying the lockdown, they were enjoying the bonding time, they were enjoying spending time with each other. And I think for kids it was like no school, no tension, no studies, and they could have time with their parents and unlimited gadget time, so it was fun. But I think as time is going by and the stress level of the parents is right, I'm talking about small children here, stress level of parents is rising, the impact on children and the families is going to build up. And I think the people who are going to be most impacted by it are going to be the young people. Because like you were talking to this young girl who is in 11th and is going to 12th. So for the class 12 students, their CBSE exams have been cancelled, ICSE exams have been cancelled, IB exams have been cancelled. They are very uncertain about their future. They have no idea what's going to happen for students who are going abroad. If they're actually going to go, where should they apply or not? So the uncertainty, and then for these young people to be at home, they're young adults, they want their independence, they want their freedom. To be at home and the sense of being controlled or being watched is very high. And so there's a range of things.
So
and
what should parents do? So Shelja, what should parents be doing? Because as you said, anxiety levels are rising both for parents and of course for children as well, the uncertainty of what lies ahead. How should they be dealing with their children at a time like this?
I think the first thing the parents need to do is they need to take care of themselves. Because it's like, the safety instructions you get when you take a flight. In lack of oxygen, take it yourself before giving it to your child. First, parents have to take care of themselves. They have to make sure that they do whatever they can, meditation, yoga, exercise, take one day at a time. And most importantly, what I tell parents is choose your battles. Parents want their perfect homes, perfect children, everything happening perfect. They have to choose it. But this is a pandemic. This is something which is never unprecedented. And they have to let go of certain of these perfectionisms and just let it be, relax. And I think along with that, establish some rituals, certain routines. Rituals could be evening getting together, painting, dancing, doing some fun time, but letting children be on their own also, not all the time trying to focus on them. And I think what really families are talking about is a sense of community, sense of bonding. But one thing I think I was listening to some of the people who were speaking on the show earlier, and they were talking about a sense of exhaustion. And I can say for myself, I work because there's so many identities, so many hats you're wearing through the day. The morning through the day, I'm working as a therapist. Right. And I'm used to sitting with families face to face, but here I'm sitting across the screen. So it's very, very exhausting. So we get exhausted, we play multiple roles. You're a mother, you're a wife, you're running a household, you are a worker. So you have to take care, let go of certain things and just bear. We talk about the bare necessities. We have to talk about basic things we can do during the day, that's enough.
So you're saying parents must, in a sense, take the lead. They must sort of create a relaxed atmosphere at home. The more relaxed atmosphere the parents create, the more their children will get relaxed. Am I correct? To sum up what you're saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Good.
Because children are picking up the anxiety from the parents, and parents are relaxed if they can say that it's okay. So these are things we can control, these are things we cannot control. The way the pandemic is happening worldwide, we cannot control that, but at home we can do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things to keep ourselves safe, to have fun, to enjoy ourselves. I think that's most important.
Okay. Dr. Shelja Sen, I appreciate your joining us. This is a subject that is extremely complex. I know a number of parents wrestling with their dilemmas. They will appreciate what you said. Stay relaxed. Take it one day at a time. That's the mantra. Let's take a short break. When we return, on the other side of the break, I'm going to bring you more stories about how children are using this time at home to learn new skills. Stay Info Corona, where our focus today is on the lockdown and its impact on children. Now, in other cities as well, online classes have become a norm increasingly across the country. With schools shut, at home, it isn't so easy for parents, especially for those who are working from home. Managing multiple roles is becoming a big challenge. Take a look.
Length is half and your area of the cross section, you can say.
Ever since the lockdown, life has been throwing up new challenges for everyone.
So why do you think respiration is important? I was told
every house is now a school and every parent doubling up as a full-time teacher.
On that it is efficient. We are able to conduct the lessons, interact with the children, give them assignments.
For Naveed, Ahmed and his wife, who are now working from home, the experience has been overwhelming and exhausting. Along with housework, they also have to keep their 7-year-old daughter engaged.
Due to coronavirus lockdown, we are working from home and we are trying to engage the kid in various activities. She has some school work to do, so which we support, and then she does some painting, she does some, she practices her own music, and we play some games after office hours. So it is basically a learning for us to know how to balance this.
However, for those who are stuck at home with no work, the lockdown has thrown an opportunity to bond with the kids.
It's not been easy, for sure, but just to, kind of raise the spirits of everybody out there in India, let me share that my children have turned into magicians all of a sudden. Of course, I started cooking. They would complain that, Mom, you're not cooking, you're working, you're coming late, but this has been an opportunity for all of us to get together, spend time with each other. This is a camping zone, and I can see my little one inside. Hello. What are you doing?
I'm not done.
Well, in times of social distancing and quarantine, sitting at home can be pretty challenging. Now, learning a new hobby, a new skill, all requires you to work outside the comfort of your home. But it also gives one an opportunity to innovate and come up with new ways to beat the lockdown from taking away from your creativity. As we focus on the young, let's take a look at a story of a drama teacher and how she's bringing joy in the lives of her students during this period.
Quarantines and lockdowns can be stifling, or the smothering constraints can actually help channel one's creativity. Drama teacher Vaishali Chakravarti is helping children do just that.
We did not really know how to take this forward. So we thought maybe we can create a little module
which includes more of creative thinking, creative writing probably, discussions, problem solving, collaborating on an idea, brainstorming for this.
Drama calls for expression and depth. But drama is also reaction, which traditionally feeds off a physical presence. That of a stage, co-actors and audience. But in this period of social distancing, Chakravarti is conducting drama classes with an innovative spin.
When you're online, you have to look at the screen and you have to look at the people who are there present in the group. Now, once the lessons become focused and the children are glued to you and they're looking at you and there's eye contact, which is the primary, need for any drama practice, half the battle is won because everybody is looking at you.
Chakravarti claims the online drama classes help children and young adults engage with the self and the world through the medium of art and literature, as well as teach them life skills.
Little pressing on the cheek. Don't get too serious and too rigid with the worry that you are in right now. We all are in that worry. You keep one art every day. So you paint on a Monday, then you sing on a Tuesday, or you listen to music on a Tuesday, you cook on Wednesday, then you dance on Thursday, and you do drama on Friday.
That's right. I know these are tough times, but tough times are also times for creativity and innovation to flourish and bond with the young, especially your children. You won't get a chance like this perhaps ever again. That's all that we have time for in this edition of Info Corona. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.